welcome back to the show, Dead Format fans. Oh, it's been a while. I'll try to get you guys caught up, but let's just jump right into it. Star Castle from 1977, their very first album, Star Castle. This is a neat one. If you guys are into progressive rock, give this one a try. Check it out. It's very good. It's well polished. It sounds great. The singer is great. All the instruments are done very well. Lots of studio work in this. Very cool. From 1977. Give them a try. Very nerdy, I will say. This is probably one of the nerdiest progressive rock albums. Even nerdier than the Alan Parsons Project, as hard as it is to believe something like that. This next one is Nectar, Remember the Future, from 1973, I believe. I haven't even looked this one up. I just picked this one up today, as a matter of fact, from a record dealer named Dan, who works out of the Peachtree Peddlers Flea Market here in McDonough, Georgia. Give him a call, go by, and you'll find some cool records. I haven't even looked. I'm not even sure what this is, but I'm certain that it's progressive rock. It's very cool. I'll look it up and I'll put a description in the top right-hand corner of the screen. You should be able to see it now. Really? Fascinating. Oh, there you go. Alright, next we have Supertramp Paris. This is Supertramp's live album from 1980, I believe. They waited to record a live album until they got to Paris. The record label wanted them to go to an exotic locale. They didn't figure, Supertramp, New Jersey, or Hoboken, or whatever, would have sold quite as well. Oh, here's a neat one. Crawler, the first album from the band Crawler, British hard rock band. They're one of those bands that never quite achieved lasting fame, Crawler, but they did tour with lots of cool guys back in the 70s. Very cool. And they did have one radio hit, which is actually on this record, Stone Cold Sober. That was a big hit at the time. Oh, next we have Buck Dharma, Flat Out. Buck Dharma was the singer and guitarist for Blue Oyster Cult, and I'm a big fan of Blue Oyster Cult. I've been looking for this one for a while. This is his solo album, so a Blue Oyster Cult collection isn't really quite complete unless you have this album right here, and I've only got a few more albums to go until I think I've got a complete BOC collection. It's not that great of an album if you like Blue Oyster Cult. It's a little poppier, but the singing is good and the playing is good. And let's see, which one is it? Wind, Weather, and Storm. Here, that's a very good song. I like that song. And Anwar's theme. If you listen to it at the very end, there's some backmasking, and if you play it backwards, you will hear the sounds of Blue Oyster Cult playing a game of ping pong and talking about kicking each other's asses and whatever's on TV. It's pretty funny. Worth checking out. Here we have What a Long Strange Trip It's Been, from the best of the Grateful Dead. Grateful Dead. I'm not a Deadhead. I don't really care about them all that much. It was before my time, and I haven't gotten into them. The jam bands, maybe someday I'll give them a chance and I'll enjoy it. But that day is not today. Valerie Carter. Just a stone's throw away, Valerie Carter. Oh man, look at those eyes. She's staring at you. Valerie Carter. I haven't looked this one up either, for some reason. But she played with a lot of guys. There's a whole lot of credits here on the corner of the album. She played with Linda Ronstadt and lots of guys, John Hall and whatever. Three Dog Night, Golden Biscuits. This is Three Dog Night Best Of album. Got all of their good songs, except it does not have Joy to the World on it. Unfortunately, what a tragedy. No Joy to the World. That's my favorite song from Three Dog Night. The funny side of the Smothers Brothers, think ethnic, a comedy album. One to add to my comedy album collection from the Smothers Brothers. Very funny guys. Ooh, Freedom Suite from the Rascals. Can you see that? Yeah, that's a little. Yeah, even after 40 plus years, it's still quite shiny and very cool. Alright, Freedom Suite. The Rascals from 1968, I believe, is when this came out. Freedom Suite were early rock and rollers. Pretty cool, if I may say so myself. Alright, Head East, Flat as a Pancake. Head East was, let's see, was this the, was this... Oh, no, this isn't the one I'm thinking. I don't know anything about that one. Rockin' from the Guess Who. Rockin' from the Guess Who, released 1972. Not one of their best albums, but it is one of their albums. Faces. A nod is as good as a wink. Faces was Rod Stewart's first band, and this one right here is a blues rock staple. It contains Stay With Me. You know, Stay With Me. Stay With Me. Yeah, that's the one. You know, a very 70s anthem. That song, very cool. Get some of the record. Oh, here's another good 70s anthem album. The Edgar Winter Group. They only come out at night. Very good shape. He's not quite a looker there, is he? But it has, let's see, it's got, let's see here, Free Ride, you know, come on and take a free ride. And it's got Frankenstein on there. Two very big hits for the band. Sealed them up in the rock and roll history of the world. Bryan Adams, Reckless. This is the national album of Canada, as a matter of fact. The national anthem album, that's right. Very incredible. And it also contains Summer 69, my favorite song from Bryan Adams. Not very heavy metal, but, you know, something to enjoy regardless. The Beatles, Rubber Soul. Very cool score. Got this one at a yard sale. Very nice. This was the Beatles when they were first moving away from a poppy sound to something a little bit more experimental, you know. Very cool stuff. Very cool to have. Alright, and let's see, we got the amazing Rhythm Aces, Burning the Ballroom Down, which is, this is not a very good album at all. I've listened to a lot of bad albums, and very few of them have I actually ripped off the record player in disgust, and this is one of them. Despite the very cool cover, this is very, very low quality country rock. It just doesn't sound good at all, you know, nothing more to say. Oh, and you can say some more about that stuff about this band, Alexis. Alexis was a very jumbled band from the 1970s. This is their first and only album, I think. They were a local Atlanta band. When you listen to the record, it really seems as though the band, all the different bandmates wanted to be a particular kind of sound, and they could not decide between each other. So like one of them said, I want us to be a progressive band, and another said, I want us to be easy listening, and the other said, I want us to be southern rock, and eventually they just did all of those, and it turns out to be pretty crappy, which is unfortunate. One of the first song is alright, and the rest of them are pretty bad. You know, cool cover, but a deceivingly crappy album inside. So yeah, you win some, you lose some. And I also got some 8-track tapes. Oh, let's see here what we got here. Let's see here. Ooh, I gotta hold these up closer. There we go. This first one is Queen, The Game. Not Queen's best album, but I do like The Game because it has Somebody to Love, I believe, is on there. No, A Crazy Little Thing Called Love. And another one, Bites the Dust. This one is a bit, well, really faded. This was somebody... They kept it on the dashboard of their car for a little too long. Ooh, here's a really cool one. AC/DC, Highway to Hell. Oh yeah, what a very cool score. AC/DC, 1979, gotta love it. Let's see, Led Zeppelin, In Through the Outdoor, Led Zeppelin's final album, and it's on 8-track. How cool is that? Jose Feliciano, Just Wanna Rock and Roll. Jose Feliciano. Have you ever seen this guy's kids? Yeah, neither is he. Because he's yeah. Santana Abraxas. Santana, very cool. This is an actual original version of Abraxas. I've got a version of this album on 8-track, but it is a reissue that does not have the album art on it, and you know, either they were too cheap to get the rights to the painting, or perhaps they did it for, you know, moral reasons, because there are titties on the album. I don't know how well you can see it through the pixelations and whatnot, but they're there, trust me, they're there, you know. But anyway, thanks for watching.